Welcome to episode 48 of the Point Podcast. We're nearly there, baby. Nearly at 50. We're nearly at Brock's age. Only another 20 episodes. God, yeah.
Why am I copping flack this early?
You got off pretty light last episode.
I don't feel like I did.
That's because you're old. Your body's weary. Your bones hurt and they rattle. We've almost been doing episodes for a full calendar year.
Yeah, we're getting there. Haven't missed a week.
No.
Fuck you, not Point Podcast. That's up. Fuck you, Plan B. Again, we're going to be at the same amount of episodes as them now. Because they didn't do another episode. Hectic.
That's fine. We can talk about it. They don't watch this.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't watch theirs either.
Yeah.
Well, since like the second week.
What have we got this week, Tom?
There's a few things, but what I wanted to say real quick. Last night I was playing games.
As we do.
On the Pooter.
Yes.
I was playing games on my computer and I was looking down. My keyboard's been shitting me at the moment. I've got a keyboard and it just won't light up. It's supposed to light up just so I can see it at night.
Is this the Logitech one?
Yes.
Mine has been having the same issue.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I think it's one of the software updates.
I don't know. It's like I've got to keep pressing the light button.
And it doesn't do anything.
What mine does, but it only goes on for like a minute or two and then disappears.
I don't know what happened. Because I was like, I'll press the Bluetooth one, I'll press the wireless connectivity, do the lights. It just wouldn't stay on. I re-downloaded G-Hub or whatever that is. Still didn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. I don't know what's going on with it.
G-Spot? Yeah.
Thank God, yeah. That's that cool Pokemon, right?
Yeah. But it's been having a hissy and it's been annoying me. I hate when, to be fair, my Logitech keyboard I've had for 3-4 years.
Yeah, I'm about
It's gone pretty good. But I was going to say, shout out to the Logitech G502 mouse.
Oh, goated.
That is the best peripheral for anything gaming ever made.
Yeah.
I believe it was a 502 for about 10 years, a wired version.
Yep.
It died a couple years ago. I now have the wireless one, and it is great. Holds charge forever.
Yeah.
I will say I do hate that it uses micro.
Yeah, that's. I would probably go the 502X because they're all USB-C now.
Yes, but I'm thinking of going to one. I also really like the wireless charging pad that you can get.
The Power Play.
The Power Play thing.
It's very
That's
cool.
hectic.
One of my mates has it, and he goes, "It's just so good. I don't have to charge my mouse." I was like, "To be fair, I don't really have to charge it either because I had to look yesterday. The keyboard's like, it has 1,091 hours of battery remaining, and I was like, that is a stupid. And I turn mine off when I'm not using it. And I'm like, that is a stupid amount of battery life for a keyboard.
What I was going to say is I've found that with pretty much all of Logitech stuff is that in terms of battery life, second to none, honestly.
I will say
they are so good.
Logitech, just as a brand for their gaming stuff at least, they're just really solid.
Yeah,
yes.
Hella consistent.
I don't feel like there is any of their products that I've ever used where I'm like, this isn't good. They're just, if you just want something.
As long as you're going above a certain price point, they have some stuff that they put there for really, really cheap. It works fine, but
I mean, like all that higher end stuff. I had a Logitech headset for about 8 years that never skipped a beat. It was great. I just don't think I've ever had anything of theirs that I've been like, that's a bit okay.
Yeah.
Like even their even going off gaming stuff. One of the best mice ever. I mean, we've got the 502 for gaming, but for non is the MX Master mouse.
Yeah.
That is hectic, that thing. It is so, so, so good. I'm tempted to even get one of those for gaming.
I have two of they're very cheap. They're M185s, I think. Like it's not a gaming
little
mouse
grey
at all.
and red or red, like grey and blue ones.
Just a basic tiny little mouse. I've got a couple of them because I was using them like with a bunch of laptops I had. They were small and easy to throw into a bag. But I've had them for like close to 10 years and they haven't missed a beat. I put a single AA battery in them. It's
12 months battery.
Oh, longer,
if not longer,
honestly.
exactly
I think,
right.
Yeah, the last time I changed the batteries in them was about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They last forever.
Provided you don't lose the receiver.
Yeah.
That's the only downside.
Yes.
But that's the same with
you
everything.
can also store it in the bottom of the battery thing on some of the models.
On a lot of the mice, a lot of the keyboards, there's a slot to put in the dongle, which is hectic.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a question for you two. Is my mic on Discord really soft?
Yes.
Really low?
Yeah.
I don't know what the go is because I've got a SteelSeries headset.
Time to upgrade to a Logitech,
I have bumped it up to its max. It's a really nice headset. It's an Arctics. They worked really good for a long time. But it just... They have hissy fits turning on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't just press on and it'll turn on. I've got to hold it and then sometimes I've got to press it again or something to get it sorted. Really good battery life. Really good. It's USB-C, which is hectic. But yeah, I'm putting that bloody microphone right up to my mouth.
Is
right
yours
there.
the Pro or is it the?
I think it's the Arctic 5.
Okay.
Is there a software or something you can use to adjust?
Maybe
levels?
I've done it all in
Discord and
all
stuff.
in Discord, made it max, and it's just been honking. So I think I need to get a mic so I can use my Rode USB-C one that goes into my Rodecaster video.
Yeah.
But I was like, what do we think is the best gaming headset? So I feel like that's something that is...
It's a very subjective...
I know, but
Yeah.
like something that's going to be up there because that is one of the only pieces of apparel. Let me finish. There's only pieces of apparel that you can use on PC and console. You can't use it. Well, you can use a mouse on console, but you're not going to regularly use it. It's something that's going to be used on everything.
Yeah. I was going to say, first up, if we go, like you use a Steel Series, if we talk about what Ben and I use as well, because we are going to be partial to what we currently use. I would assume.
Yeah. No,
I've gone through a few brands. I've had the Razer Chroma something or other back for I think when the PS4 came out. That was good. Software just wouldn't hold up with updates and it just screwed me over.
Yep.
Way too heavy for a headset as well. That thing was massive.
Okay, yeah.
I've had the Pulses. I had those for 5 years without a hiccup till the band broke. I think I'm on the...
On the what? You had the what?
The PlayStation Pulses.
Okay, the PlayStation Pulse. Okay, yeah.
Which I still worked on PC fine enough, but I've upgraded to the H9 InZone Sony ones.
Yes. So the H9s are just Sony WH-1000 XM4.
Yeah.
Like they're noise cancelling headphones, but with a mic on them.
Yeah.
If you don't know the XM4 headphones, they're up to the XM6 now, but the XM4s are some of, if not the best headphones like ever made.
Yeah, like the second highest selling headphone ever or something like that.
Yeah, they've got some of the best noise cancelling. The newer Sony ones are better. The microphone's a bit how you going, but this one's a gaming one, so it's got a dedicated mic, which is a lot better.
The software is really intuitive as well. Like you can adjust it all, like because it's got all the buttons on the side as well. You jump in there, there's all different profiles and all that sort of stuff, which natively work on the PlayStation. You adjust the receiver and it swaps over to the PC, and the whole software boots up to the PC one.
Yeah, no, they're really good. So what were they called? The
H9 InZones.
H9.
Yeah, they brought them out when Sony decided to release a lot of PC stuff. Like they did multiple monitors and the buds and stuff.
They've come down a bit. They used to be like $500, didn't they?
Correct. I think I got mine on sale. I think so. It was about that $350 mark sort of thing. But when they came out, they were a bit.
I don't want shopping images. There you go. Yeah, these guys.
Yeah,
they look like if you know the XM5 headphones, they look like XM5s almost.
Very comfy too. Like I don't feel.
Oh, you'd hope so.
Yeah.
And are these USB-C?
Yes.
And are they? Yeah, there we go. Look, $569 on Amazon. And what, 32 hours battery life?
No,
so not amazing battery.
Much longer than that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's 32 with noise cancelling all the time. I always have noise cancelling. I've had them for about a year and a bit now. So like I'm probably charging them a little bit once a week, if that. But when I first got them, it was like 2-3 weeks between uses.
Do they have a dongle?
Yeah.
All right. So you can easily... Oh, God, they didn't get a good review there.
It's got a PC and a PS5 setting on it, which just flips the voice chat and that setting. And
I'm very tempted on these because they are probably one of the more sleek headphones out there. Brock, what do you use?
I use the Corsair Virtuoso XT.
Interesting.
I quite like them. They're comfy. The battery on them, I feel like, could last a little bit longer.
This is a very, very Brock headset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the battery could possibly last a little bit longer, but other than that, I quite like them. I especially like that I can have it supports dual wireless, so you can have Bluetooth and wireless running at the same time.
2.4 has been a godsend because you can watch TikToks without having to mute every time, and it's great.
You can also have it wired at the same time, so I can have 3 inputs all coming through.
Is that a micro there?
No, mine are USB-C.
Mine.
What? What did you ask? Is that a micro?
There, because I'm pointing at a micro.
No, it's not micro. It's like some weird proprietary thing. It's for the microphone to plug into.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, yeah, that's all good. So I saw the C
like,
there.
It honestly, it looks like mini DisplayPort, but it's
It looks
not.
like micro HDMI.
Yeah.
Almost. Which would be weird for sound, but
I don't know how I feel about detachable mics.
yeah, I like them and don't like them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it's detachable, I'm losing it.
Well, see, I never detached mine from it. Like
Yeah.
once I took it out of the box and plugged the mic in, the mic's not moving.
Yeah.
It's staying there forever.
I like detachable mics if it was a really good headset that I would use just as a normal pair of headphones,
Yeah.
and there was something
Which-
that you could make into gaming headphones.
Yeah.
Which the SteelSeries ones do a cool other thing, which is just the microphone rolls back
Yes, that's what I
into
do like
the
of
actual
it.
headset.
Yeah,
So
which
it
is
doesn't
like-
need to detach at all.
I don't know if I'm...
Yeah, but I've got a feeling that might be one of the reasons why this microphone
Just
isn't
wear
too
and
good.
tear on
Yeah.
constantly putting. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm not sold on, like, I've had mics with have it before where it's the movable mic.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
what this one is.
Yeah, I think it annoys me. It's either in the wrong spot or it's just under my nose and you hear people breathing and it's just annoying.
We hear you breathing.
Yeah. That's because the Sony one I have it up half the time because that's where it's got flipped to mute as well.
You also, like, you don't have yours to, like, on detect to talk. Yours is just on constantly.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah. That's why yours cuts out, I think, whenever you do your coughing fits.
Yes, because mine, mine is set so that, because quite often I'll have Laura behind me and I don't need everything she says coming through at the same time, particularly if we're on the same call because it just echoes then.
Yeah.
So I've got mine set to only pick up when I start talking.
Yeah,
Otherwise
I might
cuts
turn
out.
that on. I haven't actually looked into it.
Yeah.
Discord had its update.
I'm looking into possibly getting a new headset, but I've got this new microphone that I need to just get a boom arm for. What?
I will say with these as well, build quality, like they're a heavy headset as well. I'm a fan of that, honestly.
I don't mind it. I'm not a massive fan, but
Because the only plastic bit you can feel in there, those two arms on either side that come down to grip the ear cups,
yeah.
they're metal, or they feel metal at least. They're cold and they're metallic. The only real plastic bit is the bit that holds the microphone in,
Okay.
and at the top of where the arms are, there's a like little swivel bit so that the ear cups can like completely swivel.
Yeah.
I will say one thing I wish more headphones had was more tactile buttons.
Yeah.
Like this seems like it's got a fair few buttons on the bottom and everything. Like, are your in zones or touch control?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Buttons. They're buttons.
Yeah, because the XM4s and 5s and 6s are. Because one set of headphones that's a bit decisive at the moment is the new Nothing headphones. Have you seen these?
I've seen them. I haven't seen
The bars of soap.
the discourse about them.
Nothing headphone. So these new Nothing headphones, which some people hate them, some people like them. I don't mind them. These have been getting stellar reviews for the buttons on them. I'm not saying the review in general has been stellar, but everyone has basically loved that everything is tactile. There's no, what are you doing? You're putting your hand up? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask a question when you're finished. Go back to the previous picture.
Yeah.
Are those two circles on the outside, are they buttons as well?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because
I can see all the buttons there on the
yeah,
sides.
so that's forward, back, mute, unmute. So
the joystick.
it's a flick forward, flick back.
Okay.
So and then this is like a scroll wheel, like almost on the top of a mouse.
Ah,
And people really like it. It's got a
They can scrub through the tracks.
scrub through the track. I think you can change the
that's
volume.
cool.
But people are really liking the quality of the headphones. Feel really good. The sound is like not the best thing in the world, but it's pretty good.
For its price as well. They're not a too pricey pair of headphones
Yeah,
for
no.
quality.
Oh,
I don't know if I
USB-C,
rate the
thank God.
square and the circle, like the oval shape. It's unique, which people will definitely notice, and I think that's what Nothing kind of go for. But
I think it's going for that more sort of retro-y look.
yeah, and it gives me kind of AirPod Max vibes.
It does. I think it's supposed to be like an AirPod Max competitor. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just trying to think of like if there's. Do we know or do we have any opinions on some of the best headphones?
I like the Sonos Aces, but
Oh, not necessarily. I mean, I've got Ben and I both have pairs of Aces that we got for a ridiculous deal. But I mean, for like
yeah,
gaming.
kind of wish I'd jumped on that one at the same
Yeah, you
time.
should have
It
then.
didn't-
I jumped on at the last possible second and won the raffle. So
All right, no, real quick. So we think Logitech's probably the best gaming brand when
I
it
think
comes to
all round.
Yes.
Like I would say if you were going for
peripherals
individual,
and stuff, I'd agree
Yes.
with yes.
Yeah, if you're going for like, hey, who has the best keyboard, who has the best headset,
yeah.
individual
Logitech,
ones.
yep. So we've agreed on that. Do we think Razer is the worst?
No,
You don't think Razer's the worst? What do you think is the worst brand for peripherals?
HyperX.
Rig.
Your Rig's a fair shout.
Rig used to be really good.
Mm.
Since they were bought out by Nikon, quality is just
Really? I can sort of see that. Rig headsets always looked a bit cheap and shit to me.
as I said, they used to be really good. My second
They do
headset,
look cheap.
Like, I don't know, just all these circles on the side. It just looks
Yeah.
like it's a cheap one you would have picked up from somewhere.
I used to have Rig 500 HDs. They were awesome. I then I must have got the next set after Nikon had bought them out. The next set of 500s, they didn't use USB at all. They're
Yep.
all like just a 3.5mm jack. They don't have any of the cool stuff the HDs had. I was just like, these are shit.
Is
I-
that the volume
they suck.
control on the cup there, right in the middle?
I don't know where you're
No.
talking about.
So what that
in that
is-
middle part there on the hexagon.
Oh,
shape.
there.
No,
Yeah.
what that is a clip that keeps the ear cup on there. There's no slider on it to like adjust them. You
Oh,
have to
you can
pop
put
the
it
ear cup
between,
out
yeah.
and you move it between one of those three holes.
Ah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, but Rig only do headsets, don't they?
They do a few other small things,
Yeah,
but
but
like
nothing
headsets is
crazy,
their
yeah.
big thing.
You said that you thought HyperX was the worst gaming brand. I had a
depends on
HyperX
your
head.
budget, I guess.
I had a
would be.
HyperX headset. It lasted me probably about 6 years. It was fucking great. It had all the stuff deteriorate off it, all the leather.
Yeah, my Pulse has had that. and then
But
I
heaps,
just bought replacements.
basically everything with leather or pleather on it is going to do that.
Yeah.
But I really liked them.
Yeah, I think I was just thinking more for because I mean they're not an overly expensive brand.
No, but they can get expensive
yeah,
ones.
like the Alpha S's, they've got like 300 hours of battery life. They go for like $400 or something.
their hours of battery life is ridiculous.
Yes.
I remember mine being like that. They just lasted for fucking ever.
Yeah, the Pulse has got to a point where it was like 4 hours of gameplay, and it's like I got to charge my headset. Which I mean, 5 years of use, it's expected with a lot of stuff. But
That's
I mean,
what sucks. Like, I hate when it gets to that point where you got to charge shit all the time. Like, I've been umming and ahhing for ages on getting a what's the fucking PlayStation controller?
the DualSense
The
Edge.
The DualSense Edge controller. I've been umming and ahhing for ages to get one, but when I hear that you basically need to play with that thing plugged in,
I don't have that same sentiment. I have no issue with my battery. So I
you were the one who told me that you had a shit battery and you had to charge it all the time.
nope, that's Jimmy. He has to play with his plugged in.
I'm with Tom on this. I'm pretty sure that's what you like.
Yeah,
in our first or second episode.
No,
When
my
we're talking about
DualSense. I have no issue with mine. Like I haven't charged mine in maybe 2 weeks, and it's still sitting on my desk, and I still use it to play Rocket League. There's no issue with it at all.
To be fair, you haven't been playing on PlayStation.
Not
much,
too
though.
often, but I've been using it on PC though.
Yeah, I guess.
I haven't had really an issue with it. Like, it's definitely shorter than the normal PlayStation controllers because that's what they took out was the battery section. But I mean, I'm also not sitting and playing PlayStation for 6 to 8 hours anymore. So
Yeah, true.
but before, like when I first got it and I was using it consistently, I think it was also the first one I had like the stick drift straight away, so it was useless. But no, I was still getting maybe 6 hours out of it, and with a reduced battery life, I'm fine with that because I shouldn't be playing for that long at a time anyway.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
know what?
Jimmy's definitely
Yeah.
always using his USB-C cable, and they give you that 3 meter braided in the box.
Yeah, I did see they give you a pretty cool one. So you said that they took the battery out of the Edge controller to add all the extra shit.
That's where the extra battery room came
I
from.
am almost of the opinion, just make the controller bigger.
Yeah.
I would have make a
Yeah.
new Duke, make it basically the same but just a little bit bigger, just to add that extra battery room onto something. If anything, to me that almost makes it feel like it's a more premium product.
Or another way you could, like, if they're so worried about, like, oh, we need to try and keep costs down, like, you know, blah, blah. Cool. Make detachable battery packs. Don't leave that up to the third-party companies.
Yeah.
Make an actual official one that's like, hey, you want double playtime? Awesome. Here's a well-made battery pack that would... like, Microsoft does it for their standard controllers.
Yeah.
PlayStation, like, has an inbuilt battery anyway.
I don't miss that with my Xbox controller though.
I think that was one of the benefits of the DualSense, like for the DualShock 3 and stuff over the Xbox. Because it's like, oh, you want to play? If you don't have this battery pack, you need to have a 24 pack of AA batteries at hand.
I almost prefer just to have it. Because, I mean, the good thing about the controllers is that it's annoying, but because I got a launch PS5 controller, it's battery shot. Like, it's on red more than it's not.
Yeah.
But I can also I've got a phone charger right next to me. I can just plug it in while I play, which is fine. It's a bit annoying, but I can just do it still.
But I'm talking about just like a little one that just clips onto the top and doesn't need a cable running anywhere.
I get that, but
how annoying is it if you get a long enough USB-C cable?
it's keeping those all charged as well.
Yeah. Like,
That's the big thing.
I've got a USB-C cable plugged into my PlayStation on both ends. So, I mean, I'm never short for a USB-C cable. There's only two things I own that use anything but micro USB, and it's the Logitech keyboard and mouse. But I'm not charging them. I'm charging them maybe once a month if I'm using my PC a lot.
Yeah.
What's your guys' opinions on Stream Decks? Like, have you ever wanted to get one?
Not really, because I don't stream. And I've always looked at it as that's the whole point of that, is like to pull up windows or sound effects or anything else.
I think I feel like a lot of people who buy these don't even use them for streaming.
I think that was their intended idea, was this is convenient. Then people like, it's just programmable buttons. Like
macros, yeah.
Stuff for Premiere and Houdini and stuff.
That's what I'm sort of thinking.
I like that it's up. I think it would... I don't know. I've seen a few people use them for a lot of like different drawing programs and stuff online and changing brush size, and which is good if you're using the same sort of thing all the time, but shortcuts is the biggest thing.
I just don't. I'm talking from personal use. I don't have any use for it, so I don't see any reason to buy it.
Fair. I will say, I feel like the Stream Deck falls into this category of a very popular product that is made for a certain use, and people buy them for that use and never end up intending using them.
Yeah.
Like, it's no secret, we work retail. How many people come in and buy gear to do influencer stuff?
Quite a lot.
Never use it.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're using it, honestly.
I do, because I have repeat people come in and say, yeah, I never touched that camera or that microphone or that boom arm or whatever that I bought for this thing. Or I will see it up on like Facebook Marketplace, like within a week. And it's like, oh, never touched. Here's the receipt from XYZ place or whatever.
I think people, especially like young kids now, coming in and go, oh, hey, mum, I want to buy a gaming PC. It's not, I need a PC and a monitor. It's, I need the arm, I need this, I need to get the RGB lights. It's you need to buy it all in a package now. Whereas before, it was like, you want a gaming computer, you buy a shitty fucking 27-inch monitor and a cheap keyboard
and
from Kmart.
Convincing that parent that, no, they don't need all the RGB bullcrap. That is not going to help them play the game at all. That's just what they see whatever streamer they're watching use, and so they want the same thing.
Correct. And I mean, there's definitely uses I would find for like a Stream Deck.
I'm very tempted to get one for editing.
Yeah, see, like that would be the way to go. I'd be able to find a use for it if I was doing more Houdini stuff still.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
For sure. But even with that, I'd spend fucking 2 days working it out to just make using my PC easier anyway. The shortcuts, open sound settings, Discord, all that sort of stuff. I'd find a way around, like a way to use it for sure.
Yeah, it just falls into that category of
it's a want, not a need.
It like influencer gear, honestly, and a lot of the time it just doesn't get properly utilized, which I don't.
On like immediate peripherals for like going computer, headset, mouse, keyboard,
chair.
What do you think? Or chair as well? Yeah, sure. But I mean, of the three things that like keyboard, mouse, headset, what do you think like people should be spending the most on of those three? Yeah.
You were saying about.
All right, we're back. Yeah, what were you saying, Brock?
That's a good question.
It was between like mouse, keyboard.
Oh yes. What do you think people should be spending the most on out of those three? Like, what do you think is the most important?
Oh, like peripherals?
Part? Yes.
I honestly think probably headset.
I was leaning more monitor.
Well, of the three I said.
Of the three you said? Okay.
Yeah, we can expand it out into other stuff later on, but right now, just those three.
So out of a keyboard, mouse, and headset, what should people like for gaming? I reckon headset. because you can get away with a cheaper mouse that's still good
Yes.
for
Yeah.
like you don't have to spend an arm and leg. Like Logitech makes some decent ones like sub $100,
The
100
305s for a
Yeah.
wireless mouse are very
100
good.
AUD. So I mean like probably like $70-$60 American.
Yeah, something
things like
that.
that. Keyboards. I mean,
I wouldn't go cheap on a keyboard, but also you don't have to blow
you
the
don't have to
bank
spend
on it.
much. Yeah, you can even just get like a decent
The
office
Kmart have
keyboard.
a decent gaming keyboard for like $60 as well. It's got weird little buttons and stuff on
My
it as well.
keyboard
But
cost me about like 170. I've got the K63 from
Yeah.
Corsair. It's a perfectly usable keyboard. It's really good. I like it. I could have gone more expensive and like the K100 or the K70, but it does everything I need it to do.
I think, like, actually, if you want it for like an edge in games, honestly, a headset's going to be the big thing.
Correct.
Yes.
Because back in the day, don't want to cut you off too much, Ben,
Oh.
but I actually saw a story of, Turtle Beach, right?
Yes.
The headset company.
we didn't even mention them when we were talking about headsets.
Well, they got bought out by Microsoft.
They got,
Yeah.
they're nowhere near what they used to be.
No.
But they dropped off hard. But Turtle Beach back in the day, they got big because, was it Turtle Beach or was it, what's one of the other brands?
I mean, the big
Older
one.
headset brands. Come on, give me some.
I mean, Audio Technica and Sennheiser used to do gaming stuff. They don't anymore.
No. The gaming stuff I'm talking about. Like
The
a gaming
big three
brand.
used to be Turtle Beach, Razer, and
Was it Rig maybe?
And I mean,
Like-
Rig's an older one. They're
Yeah,
still
because
around, but
back in the day, I think it was Rig. They were the first headset to properly have a surround sound with a microphone on it.
the 3D positional, yeah.
No, not even that. It was early on because they were brought into Halo MLG events, and every team one team got them, and they destroyed the competition because it was the
But
only
did-
because you
Were
used
they
to
the
have
ones
to-
that had all the MLG branding?
I don't remember, but basically what the thing is, because back in the day, everyone used to have like the headset on and yell their calls out to the rest of the team, so everyone else on the other team could hear it. But now that you've got this really good audio, but then the microphone there and being able to talk to each other, it was like a massive thing. I saw a documentary on it. There's a channel I sub to, and they do a lot of esports stuff, but they talk about a lot of like gaming things over the years, and they talked about it. It was really cool little video that they did.
I'm trying to find it here, and like it says like the first one with surround sound was like a Razer Tiamat headset range in like 2011.
Nah, this is like 2008, 2007 or something like that.
Because I
I'll
know,
have a
like,
quick
my
look.
very first headset was a Sennheiser headset.
Mine was a
I do
Turtle
not
Beach.
do not remember what the number of it was, but I went from them to like another type of Sennheiser because I really liked them, and then from there to Rig. But yeah, I know like the Sennheiser, the 600s and the 370Ds or whatever, apparently really, really good.
Yeah, I think for like my
Astro.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a pair of Astro headphones that it might have been the A40s or the original ones or whatever, but they were the first headset that had like the mic you could hear while also having proper audio or something. Because this is
having
back when
proper surround sound.
we're going back to when the headset you got with the console was looked like a call center headphone where it's only on one side with the shitty
I remember
little
the
mic.
Xbox version of
Yes,
that.
like that. And how this device worked, it basically had like a big mixer. Like it was a big, thick metal mixer, and they all had to plug into
That would
it.
be the
and-
A40 then, yeah.
yeah. This is like prototype type of stuff. And that was a big thing. But in games, at 100%, if you're doing something that's multiplayer, it helps having positional
Yeah.
audio.
Yes.
And also, just story-wise, you've got to be
also-
way more immersed with better audio.
That's the thing. That's what my point was. Is like I would go headset depending on what games you're playing. If you're playing The Sims or something, you get a comfortable mouse. You get a keyboard that sounds cool and clicky. It doesn't really make too much of a difference.
Yep.
And also for a headset, like for multiplayer, the microphone.
Yeah.
Having something that is a good mic, so you don't sound like you're talking like you're not talking to a Bane mask or anything like
Yeah.
that.
That's
bored.
That's one thing I'm going to
Yes.
say. It doesn't matter how much you spend on your gaming headset. The mic will never sound better than an external mic.
Yes.
Never. Gaming headset mics or just headset mics in general have always been pretty shit.
They've gotten a
Much
lot
better now,
but
much better, but
they still don't measure
you
up.
can tell if you jump in like a Discord call or anything like that, and you talk to someone and they've got a proper microphone, you can always tell. It is so much better.
Case in point, the mics we're using right now. If we were using headset mics, like there's no way we'd sound as good as we do
There's some
right
people
now.
we know that do some other podcast work who'd use mics like that, and the quality is just so much worse.
It does not measure up.
But you got to put a lot more work in to get something like this.
Yes, these are not cheap.
This is what I'll quickly say. Don't want to cut you off again, but shout out if you ever want to get a really good microphone for gaming or anything. These are Shure SM58s. These have been out for like 30, 40 years. They're industry standard. They are about $190. You need to have an interface or something for them. This is one of the best, if not the best sounding microphone you can basically buy. You can get stuff that's a lot more expensive, but it is so minute how much better it is. The big one that everyone sort of goes on about, like, oh, the best microphone you can get is...
Yeti.
No, not the Yeti. Yeah, the Yeti Snowball. No, it's an SM7B. SM7B also by Shure. It's what like Joe Rogan uses, all those big podcasters
That's the next
use.
upgrade when we get money.
Yeah. This is just basically... fucking load the image. This thing is basically just the Big Brother version of this.
Yeah.
They are very, very, very similar. This is about 4 or 5 times more expensive though.
Yeah.
So grab these things. They are great. They're used by most people for singing. And for epic gaming or whatever. But
SM7Bs?
No, that's SM7B, SM58.
Okay.
God, yeah. Please sponsor us, Sure. Give me some SM57s for my guitar.
Or Logitech.
But
Not
yeah,
that we need to replace any of our Logitech gear.
No.
That's what I was going to say about Astro, is now Logitech owns Astro.
Well, that was what I was thinking the first time you cut me off.
Yeah.
Was I was always under the impression that Astro was just its own separate company, not Logitech.
They were.
Yeah.
Only in recent years they got bought out, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, they didn't... They didn't call it being bought out. They were like, oh no, we're partnered with Astro, we're partnered with Logitech. No, it's now Astro by Logitech. So
cool. Second thing was, I've been giving someone a bit of flack in the Discord for their current gaming setup. They're in the process of upgrading it, Jacob. He sent me a video when he got into his new room of his setup, and I'm surprised that man can game on his desk. It's like, from the look of the photo, maybe a meter wide, big maybe, and he's like 6'4". This
he's
man.
a tall boy.
Yep.
Single monitor. He also uses a desk mic. I would like to see other viewers' setups so we can rate them.
Yeah.
Because I want to get it.
Send us some shots of your battle stations.
We should, yeah.
Jeremy, we're talking to you.
Yeah, shout out Jeremy.
Because his setup is... Like, I've offered him another monitor, but I was like, it's just the space he's got for how he games. He definitely needs an upgrade.
I will try and find... I know Other Brock sent me a photo once of his battle station. It's like the amount of money that man has dropped on his setup. He's a all Razer, everything Razer, but he's also got a whole bunch of other stuff to tie into it.
I can't do Razer.
I know, but I mean, look, Razer's mid to low tier stuff is all just trash.
Yeah.
Their high grade stuff is definitely good.
For $800.
It's not what I would pick, but yeah, it's not bad. But no, he's like decked out his entire loft essentially.
All right. Well, do you think it's necessary to have 2 monitors for gaming on a PC?
It is not necessary. It is very convenient.
It's convenient. I think it is extremely overrated. I think there's so many people that think they need 2 monitors and really don't.
Especially 2 monitors that are the same. I think if you're spending $600-700, other than say your monitors you've got for actual work purposes, if you've got like a 200 hertz gaming monitor and then you've got a second one as your Discord YouTube monitor, you're wasting your money.
Yeah, if like you've got one that's a high hertz 90, and then like a 60 hertz one.
I don't even think it's 60. I think it's actually like 58 or something stupid. It's like a $90 Philips one that does the job. It has a HDMI port in the back of it, and it's used as a Discord slave.
It's also a thing that people have to consider is the more monitors you have plugged in, the less performance you're going to get in that game on your primary monitor.
Correct.
Because your graphics card or whatever you're like, I hope you're using a graphics card, not using onboard.
No, me and Tom don't have that problem.
No. It's then having to output multiple outputs. It's not going to have a massive difference in terms of your performance, but it is going to have a noticeable difference.
I've gone back to a single monitor setup just because I'm sort of deciding on getting another new monitor, but I do have
yours is
an
the exception to a single monitor.
Yeah, it's an ultra wide. No, but it's still, if I'm playing a game, I've only got one screen.
Would you like to indicate to the viewers exactly how big your current monitor
I have a
is?
45-inch OLED. No, it's an ultra wide.
It costs more than all of your setups.
It wasn't cheap. I got it for a very, very, very good price though. But
Brock stole it.
Yeah, Brock, it fell off a truck.
I wouldn't have been giving it to him if I nicked it.
But no, I definitely miss having two monitors.
Yeah.
Like there's some times where it's negligible. Like for example, sometimes when I'm doing some of the clips for the podcast and some other work, I've got to have two internet tabs open at the same time. The screen's big enough that I can do just the split screen in Windows, and they're both basically like having 32 inches straight next to each other, which is great. There's other times where it's a pain, like I'm in a game and I've got to alt tab out to change a few things, which is a bit annoying, where back in the day I could just go off to the other side. I still have some other 32s, but I think a lot of people probably buy multiple monitors when they don't need it.
Yeah, I mean,
especially expensive ones.
I have technically 3 monitors on my desk. One of them is my primary monitor connected to my PC. I've got a second one that's connected to a laptop that it just runs like YouTube or whatever else I happen to have up at the time. And the third one is connected to my server PCs, which most of the time it stays off because I don't need it up all the time. But if I do need to change something, like we were talking about the 7 Days to Die server, if I need to quickly check something, I've got 3 mice, each to different ones. Yeah, my desk is a bit cluttered, but I could easily get away with just having one monitor. It just means then, it's a little bit less convenient if I want to watch something while I'm playing.
Yeah, so I have watched YouTube on my primary monitor. Such a better picture compared to that other little shitty Philips thing. It's good, but I also, if I wanted to have 2 of the same monitors, space would be the issue because a lot of people don't have space to have 60-inch of fucking monitor on their desk.
Well, that's another thing I was going to say.
Especially with my TV.
Is there any gaming peripherals that you think are a waste or a rip-off or a bit of a scam?
I mean, I know we've had a similar question where we're talking about like gaming chairs are the biggest thing like you should be putting decent money into in terms of longevity. I would say that is also a consideration for like scams as well, is so many low tier chairs are there that are just not worth the money.
Do you have personal experience?
Even Laura was agreeing with the other day. She was like, it did not last as long as it should have, and it's uncomfortable to sit on. She just got a new chair. It's comfortable as fuck.
Yeah.
She's been away this past week. I've been using her chair.
Yeah. I think I'm not really one to talk, but I think gaming desks are a rip-off.
Yep, I'll back you on that.
Absolute scam rip-off. I have a gaming desk. I absolutely love it though.
Yours is, again, the exception to the rule because it is
exception.
the best one you could possibly buy.
Yeah, I bought the Secret Labs
Magnus
XL sit-stand desk.
Cyberpunk edition as well.
Oh, it's got like a mat on it, yeah.
It is a very nice desk.
It's really, really nice. We will kill ourselves pulling it down the stairs.
Me and the delivery driver getting it off the truck at 9 a.m. also nearly died getting it off there.
It's extremely heavy. It's like
he
pure
didn't believe
metal.
it was a desk.
He's like, why the fuck are there 9 boxes? Why do I have to carry these off the truck? And he's like, we can't carry them off the truck. And we pulled them onto his little elevator thing and dropped it down and then carried them in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like, yeah, it's a desk. And he goes, I'm not putting that up the stairs. I was like, that's okay. I'll put it up the stairs. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Very cool though.
Yeah, no, it's a very cool desk.
Sit stand too.
Yeah, sit stand. It's got all of its. Got power. You just plug power into one of its legs, and then out the top, it's got a cable hiding
Tray thing.
But it's inbuilt into the desk. It's not like the standard ones you buy, and it's got the other end of the power point coming out of that, so you can hide everything. It's a really cool desk. It's very expensive.
Yeah. I'd agree gaming desks are not even a fad, but they're definitely a scam. Like
like if it's just got
a
RGB
desk
on it,
is
or
if you find
RGB
a
would be
desk you like,
my answer for that would be RGB is a scam. It looks very cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Also, you don't need LED strips around your desk. You don't need them on the back of your chair.
No.
You don't keyboard and stuff. Yeah, go for it because it's just a part of the fad now. It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need all that other shit.
no, there's so many things like that. Like it's just a rip-off. I reckon one thing that's a bit of a scam, I don't see it as much these days, is the thumb grips for a controller.
yeah.
Like
No,
I don't
we-
feel like anyone's really using those
we
and
used-
actually getting any proper.
We used to sell them, and like looking over the marketing forum, it's all like, oh, improve your kill death ratio, and blah blah. It's like, no.
They have their pick up again when certain streamers get sponsorship deals from them. Like Jinxie had a big one a couple months back now. A couple months back now. He was using them for Rainbow Six when he brought that all back up to popularity and all that sort of stuff. Kids were coming into work trying to go, I need him to be better at Siege. I was like, no, you don't.
No, just practice.
Yeah,
There's no
you just need to
substitute
get-
for actual skill.
Just get good.
Just need to get better at, honestly.
Just practice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them in that, hey, you can customize your controller, make it like more comfortable and all that, but it's not going to overnight make you a better player.
No. Also one thing with the DualSense Edge that they brought back was the dome thumbsticks. So like the original PlayStation,
Yes, yeah.
they brought that back, and that's
DualShock
interchangeable.
2 and 3 had those.
Yeah,
I think the original
the
model as
domes.
well.
They've also got the concave ones that they've had for like since
Yeah,
the
see,
PS4 and stuff.
I prefer the concave. I don't really like the domes.
I don't either. I tried doing it and tried playing around with them. Couldn't get used to it. I tried the buttons on the back that they've got that are programmable. They had little half discs, just way too small. I like the triggers.
Yeah.
But the main reason, like we talked about earlier with the battery, is because the whole thumbstick mechanism comes out and you can replace
Yes, you can replace it.
which for $40 per joystick, cool. I haven't had any issues since I returned my first one with stick drift out the box.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like there's some other peripheral things that are.
I mean, I'd
bit
definitely say,
how you
like,
going.
we were talking monitors. I know, like, there are definitely people that overspend on monitors.
That's one thing I think we should bring up about monitors. People don't understand how they work.
Yeah.
No.
People,
So, very, very common thing. We've all experienced this, is especially when we're at work. People come in and they're like, I need a good monitor for gaming. It's like, okay, that's fair. I need a monitor that's 240 hertz. What are you going to be using it on? I've got it on a PlayStation. I've got it on an Xbox. If you have a PlayStation or an Xbox, don't buy a 240 hertz monitor. Save your money. It doesn't go up to 240 hertz.
yeah.
You can't get 240 frames. You can
hope.
You can
It's not
hope.
gonna do anything.
Would we like to
Hope.
explain what hertz is?
So
as well?
hertz is basically how many times the screen refreshes in a second.
Yes.
And in a game, FPS is also how many frames are shown at a time.
Yeah.
So, for example, say you had a game and it was running at 120 FPS. If you had a monitor that was 60 hertz, you're only seeing half of those frames,
Yes.
every second frame. So basically, the game doesn't look as smooth as it's actually running. You need a monitor that can do that to get to that level. So if you have a monitor that can do 120 frames, and then the game's also doing, or can do 120 hertz, and the game's doing 120 frames, it's going to look as smooth as it physically can on that screen.
Yeah.
Or just in general on that machine. And it looks great, like really good. But a lot of people get stuck in their head thinking that the monitor is the only thing that's holding them back. And that
Yeah,
if I
it's
get
not.
a 240 hertz monitor, or it now even up to 360 and I think 480.
480. I've
480,
seen
Yours
that,
can
yeah.
do 480, can't it?
No, the 32-inch version can. Mine
Yeah.
can do 360 at HD.
I will say, like, having one with a higher refresh rate can, in some cases, not all the time, but in some cases, can definitely lead to better color depth as well, because things will look more vivid. But
Usually, if you're buying a monitor that has like 360 hertz, you get HDR, you get OLED,
Yes.
you get so you're
Yeah.
paying for that price
yeah,
of the premium features, and then by the way, you also get a higher frame rate.
yeah, it's what drives me up the wall is when I have someone come in like, oh, my son says he needs this. They'll immediately go, oh, it needs to be 240 hertz. I want that one there, and it's like some really cheap 24-inch monitor, full HD, so which means 1080p, and yep, it's 240. That's the one he wants. It's like, okay, why does he want that one though? That is like one of the cheapest monitors we sell. Why does it need to be that one? Oh, because he says that one's the best. It's like, again, it is the cheapest monitor we sell. If it's not the best monitor we sell, it's just the cheapest monitor we sell. I would recommend going to a 2K monitor at the least.
2K monitor that bumps down to 160 hertz or 165, which is what I used to have.
That's what I've got now.
Looks great for most people. Like if you've got the money, go lower hertz, better resolution.
Yep.
Honestly, most of the time, because most of the time, if it's gaming wise, you can get up to 4K and they can get up to very high. Hertz gets a lot more expensive, but if you can get a 4K 120 hertz monitor, you are sorted for so long.
Yeah.
So long.
You shouldn't need more than 120 in very rare instances unless you're like high level competitive gaming.
Yes,
on
exactly.
Yeah. If you watched our very early episodes, the two monitors that Tom used to have sitting behind us playing retro game footage, they were two 32-inch LG monitors.
Yep,
2K.
two Ultra Gear 32-inch LG monitors, and they did 165, and then they would go up to
They are the same
180.
monitor I have. That's
Yes.
my primary monitor.
They're an absolutely great monitor. You don't usually need more.
No.
I upgraded because I do a lot of video work. I needed a monitor that could show 4K for when I looked at 4K footage, and it needed to be a higher refresh rate, especially when I'm shooting at higher frame rates, because some of my cameras the camera that's on me at the moment can do up to 240 frames in HD and 120 in 4K. So I needed something like that. But that is a very unique situation. Most people who are even having a monitor, say you need to have a fairly beefy PC to play newer games at 4K 120 anyway.
Yes, which does not help when someone comes in wanting to run stuff off a laptop that doesn't even have a graphics card, and they're like, oh, I need a really good monitor. No, you don't.
Yeah. And in some cases, if your kid wants a monitor or something that does 120, 140, 160, and they're just playing on console, just go buy them a TV.
Yeah.
You get a decent TV for $500 that can do 120.
So much better than a monitor at a similar price.
A small mini LED TV.
Yeah.
You will be able to get something that is going to be much bigger, very close in spec for
It's
about the same
4K.
price.
It does the same thing, and it's smart. You can get all your apps on it as well.
Exactly.
And if your salesperson's like telling you all of this, maybe listen to the salesperson, not your 12-year-old son.
Yeah.
But
The
if you want
salesperson is
to,
going to know more.
if you want to drop silly money, just buy an Asus Pro Art monitor. Those things are fucking hectic. They also cost an arm and a leg.
They definitely cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts? Do you think higher refresh rate or higher frames per second makes gaming more enjoyable?
Depends on the game. I haven't played a good story game in a while. There's a reason those are capped to like 60 FPS. It's because it looks fantastic in 4K and it runs smooth. You don't need to be pushing The Last of Us Part 2 to 120 frames. There's no benefit there. If you're playing Overwatch or Marvel Rivals or CSGO and you have higher frames, you could sacrifice your quality a little bit to have
Another thing you got
higher
to consider,
frames.
you can go like, say your computer can run something at 300 frames a second. Awesome. Human eye doesn't actually see 300 frames.
See, this is a point of contention where people are like, I can't detect stuff this fast. That's true, but it definitely feels different.
It does. I'm not going to say it's completely worthless. I'm just saying that you're spending a huge amount of money for something that you cannot take full advantage of. You should be happy with 120 to 165.
144 is the sweet spot. You shouldn't need any more than 144.
I'm with Ben where I think a high frame rate doesn't make you enjoying like a story game better.
No.
I will 100% say, especially since I've got this newer PC,
Resolution.
I can bump up the resolution and the frame rate, and I can get some ridiculous frame rates on stuff. And I really do enjoy playing games closer to 120.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't jump on a console and be like, oh, I can't play this. When I do play some games on PC that they're lower frame rates opposed to the high ones,
does my head in.
I definitely have a way better time with those higher frame rates, and I enjoy the game a lot more.
Arkham Origins or City, one of the ones I was playing, is like 60 on PC. That was stressing me out. I was like, this game runs buttery smooth on console. There's no drops, there's nothing. Load it up on PC, and it was like, I can't play this. I need a mod to fix it. It's ridiculous.
Why is it still happening that they lock games on
I don't
PC?
know. You can unlock it, and I ended up doing it with a mod thing, but it didn't work all the time.
Yeah,
and it's just
cinematics would have been completely balked.
Yeah, but certain, like if you're playing competitive games, you're normally going to, even if you can't get a higher FPS on your monitor, you're still playing it at a lower resolution to increase performance of the game anyway.
Generally.
So it doesn't matter if you're playing it on a 4K screen.
Sometimes
your game's
that'd
going to
be
be HD anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'd be an advantage. Do you guys remember back in the day? I know neither of you really played PUBG, did you?
I played more now than I did back when it came out.
Early days PUBG, one of the big things was people would put their graphics settings onto low because it would make the foliage of trees disappear so you can see people easier.
That was the same thing on Ark. You'd turn everything down to like minimum and it gets rid of all the grass textures. So like you can see people hiding in the grass.
Yeah.
Same, there's a bug in Marvel Rivals now. If you turn your FOV down and also your quality settings, you can infinitely fly with one of the characters in their ult, and they're like, and then you just bump it back up when you finish your ult, and they're like, "This is crazy."
That's
like,
stupid.
Such a stupid little bug. And I was like, I'd play it on like, I think medium settings now rather than ultra. I'm like, it's not doing anything but laboring my PC when I'm trying to perform.
That's like back in the day. I don't know if they've fixed this, but for a lot of the Fallout games, the speed of the game was tied to the FPS.
Yeah.
So if you I think you had to. You might have had to mod to get it going.
Are you talking about the original Fallout games?
No, I'm talking about 3 and 4 and things like that.
I've got something about the original one you're done.
Waste my time then. Okay. But yeah, no, in Fallout, I think it was 3 and 4. I don't know about New Vegas, but it was the speed of the game was locked to the FPS. So, and I think you had to go and mod the game to get the FPS higher. I could be wrong, but or like to have a setting to be able to make it above 60 or 30 or whatever it was. But people would have these crazy machines and they'd be getting like 300 frames and they'd just be like the fucking flash going and everything in the game's going super fast, unplayable.
Yeah.
Which
it's probably why they had it locked at 60.
Yeah, there was probably something in Gamebryo engine that they couldn't change that.
Yeah, because the original
Like
Fallout
the
1
itself?
and 2, I don't know if Tactics did it, but definitely Fallout 1 and 2, your movement speed on the world map was tied to the clock speed of your CPU. So people who are coming in with like way better CPUs and trying to play the games nowadays, you see like on the main map, you guys just like the ping is just flying across the screen. It's not doing like it used to, like should have been doing, which is like slowly moving and it's ticking down the days as you cross like the desert and everything. It was just like spinning the counter just rapidly.
Stupid. Oh well.
Well, we didn't get to the topic we were going to talk about today for this episode.
What were we going to talk about? I forgot.
We're doing a tier list of game movie tie-ins. Or
I reckon we
game
might
tie.
miss that because
That's fine. We'll leave it later.
I was going to say there's something else I wanted to talk about. It was similar to our accessories and things like that. 2 things. First thing is, you guys, you know obviously what a chronos zen is.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's about a TikTok.
I did see a TikTok about a chronos zen recently. What did you see?
It's a guy he does custom controllers, or they repair controllers or
Yes,
something.
I did see that one.
And I think he got sent a controller, or the guy someone made a fake video and said that they would install a Chronos inside the physical controller so it didn't look like you were cheating. And then I saw another video yesterday, and he's like, we don't put Chronos inside of controllers, and there was like 600 packages all piled up to return them.
So what? I'll elaborate because we haven't said what a chronos zen is. A chronos zen is, I don't know who it's made by. Is it just Chronos or?
To my knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that company besides this device, but it's a external. You'd probably know more than all of us because you're a cheater. But it's an external cheating device.
He's a Greek god of
that
time, isn't he?
You would
He's a titan.
You would plug in your controller wired into this thing, and then that would go into your console, and you could do like rapid fire and aim assist and things like that through this
Chronos
device.
has made a couple of different ones over the years. I believe the Zen is still the most, like the latest. But yeah, the big thing most people want them for is it allows you to use mouse and keyboard on consoles.
Yes.
Whether or not the game supports it.
Mousetrap.
The thing is, as you said, they come with a whole bunch of cheating software built into them, like wall hacks and reload hacks and everything else. And it's cheating, full stop. There's no
they're a
ifs,
cheating
ands, or buts
device
about it.
which you could buy to not that long ago in a lot of retail shops.
Yes.
So they were super prevalent. The thing is, all these kids would buy them and get shitty when they would get their accounts banned.
Yeah, because they're
I
cheating.
wonder why, because you're fucking cheating.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ben and I found this same TikTok. It was a guy online, and they're a controller repair company. All these two guys can repair like PlayStation, Xbox controllers, or whatever. They got one sent to them to repair, and it had a chronos Zen inside the controller. So someone's taken the motherboard out of that thing, put it in the controller, and then plugged it in. That went viral. Everyone thought that they made them, sent their controllers in, and they're like, no, we don't do this. This is just something we found, got sent to us. But that was I was going to say is about these sort of cheating devices. Honestly, why do you want to buy a cheating device? You're just taking the fun out of the game.
I don't want to feel superior.
When I had to sell them, every single person, like I got to a point where I refused to, but every single person came and was like, oh, because everyone else is using them. I was like,
that doesn't matter.
Don't play with those people then. Oh, all my mates are using it. Get better mates. Get better skilled mates. Like,
I think you're going a little too deep there. They just want to be the best.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, look, I understand wanting to.
Out of it, man.
It does take all the fun out.
I don't know. You can get fun out of absolutely fucking demolishing people in a game, but it's also
it doesn't last as long as
a lot more rewarding doing it every
yourself.
day because you've already spent 9,000 hours in a game.
But people also the people buying them didn't fully understand how they worked anyway.
No.
I had a parent who was like, "Oh, I want to buy this for my son." I was like, "Okay, I'm just letting you know beforehand. If you buy this and he uses it and his account gets banned, you cannot bring it back. I will not take it back."
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh, he won't get banned." And I was like, "No, depending on the games, he will get banned." "Oh, what if I only plug it in really quickly and then unplug it? Then it won't work."
Yep.
You clearly do not know how this works.
This thing works, yeah.
Don't listen to your 12-year-old son about making decisions.
Hey, if you buy Chronos Zen to do some fuck arounds in single player, fine.
Oh,
I don't
single
care.
player, yeah.
That's fine. Just have some fun, do that. But getting cheating devices like that for multiplayer, I've just never seen the appeal.
It's even harder to do it now because the companies have caught on. Like we've talked about this before. Rainbow did it a lot with their mousetrap because you just plug a mouse and keyboard in, have a much better performance than the other players because you're not locked down to a controller, and then just absolutely destroy the lobby. And then they're like, okay, if there's any additional hardware detected, gone, kicked from the game. And now they've stepped it up even again with all the new updates. The game doesn't work anymore, but you can't cheat in it.
Razer was doing a big thing with their double tap or whatever it was, where for stuff like CS:GO, for example, you can cancel out momentum and do weird movement tricks.
Oh yeah, the weird switches or whatever that on the keyboard. Yeah.
And now Valve's come out and been like, no, where if we detect any abnormal movement like that, you got a VAC ban.
Exactly. But I was gonna say, so that's the modern thing. Back in the day, this isn't really a cheating device, but I had an R4.
Yep.
And what was the other one that was like an R4? Fuck, I forget. But if you don't know, R4 was for the DS.
Yep.
And it was just
We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, it was just a DS game.
It had the shape of a cartridge. You could put an SD
card in it and do. Well, it was actually a cheating device.
Yes.
It was. Sorry,
you could load cheats into it.
You could load cheats into it, but you could also play games off of it.
Yeah, you just load ROMs onto it, and the DS, as long as the proper software's on there, it loads it like a normal game.
It will just load it, and because I remember doing some cheats on my Pokemon Pearl save, getting heaps of rare candies, but then not realizing that rare candies don't give you as much
stats boosts
opposed to just level.
Yeah. But no, I used to have those back in the day. Back in the day, another big thing was Game Genies. Did you ever have a Game Genie?
I didn't have a Game Genie, no. I had a Game Shark.
I was about to say Game Shark was the other one I was thinking of, where you would have all your hacks on there.
Infinite health and ammo for stuff like Metroid.
I just had my printed out sheet of cheats that I had printed off the internet.
Cheat books were hectic.
Cheat books as well. Or I'd just be went to a friend's house, their older brother had the cheat book, and I'd sit there and copy them all down. And then I think I've still got it in one of my in my Liberty City case somewhere here. It's got the paper folded up slipped in the booklet slot and I threw the booklet out because I just had all the cheats in there.
For the super young viewers, Game Genies and Game Sharks were when all the games were on cartridges. It was basically a middle bit that you just put the game cartridge into and then put that into the machine. And it basically just altered the code of the game, saying things like, oh, you've taken damage or such and such has happened.
It would just give you cheats.
Yeah, it just changes so that, oh, you've got infinite health, or you have infinite ammo, or this super rare character is just unlocked from the beginning. And yeah, stuff like that.
XYZ things. They were really cool back in the day. I feel like they were really hard to get when realistically they probably weren't.
I mean, they were here in Australia. Wasn't as hard over in the States and in Europe.
Yeah.
That's what eBay's for.
Yeah, well, these days, something like that, like if I wanted a MIG switch, which is probably the closest thing, which is for the Switch, it's the same idea as the R4. You just put in an SD card with ROMs on it into a Switch and you could just play them. I can just go on a website and buy it now and probably have it within a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was looking
shipping.
at one for my Game Boy SP I've got. Because obviously all my games need new batteries and I can't be bothered to pull them apart and lose all my data. Not that there's anything worth saving on there.
Yeah.
But just being able to plug it in and have all my games there and I can still play the classic SP.
I bought one
Convenient
for the Vita.
Yeah.
I bought one so that, like, rather than using the PlayStation's proprietary or Sony's proprietary memory card, you just load in an SD card from the top, but it doesn't work because you've got to reboot the thing every single time you want to change anything up for it.
I don't really condone pirating newer console games.
No.
But when we're onto something like a DS or we're playing a PlayStation or a Vita or something where you just
A
can't...
good Pokemon game.
It is not publicly available anymore.
You can just not get games for them anymore and you have the hardware or there's no way to do it on there. Go ahead. There's no other way to do it. There's literally no other way to do it.
Especially if you have the game and you're like, I own this. I have bought this.
Yeah.
I can't play it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's my digital license. I've got it in my hand.
Isn't it? I mean, I think it depends on territory, obviously, but isn't it legal to?
It is legal to
make
make
ROMs.
Legal to make a digital backup of any software that you own.
Yes, so you just have to physically have it.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. So the Ratchet and Clank 3 ROM I have is legal because I have a scratched copy of that game.
I
Nintendo
also have
doesn't
one.
agree.
Yeah.
Nintendo says, like, no, any modification to our software whatsoever means that you've forfeited your end user agreement. Most countries' laws do not agree with Nintendo.
It's like
Nintendo is...
Also, two things. Fuck Nintendo.
Yes.
Second thing, it's like the whole DreamWorks thing for Pirate Bay years ago. They sent a letter saying, "Oh, cease and desist putting all our DreamWorks movies up on your site." I remember seeing this because it was like the 20th anniversary of that email post they put up, saying, "Hey DreamWorks, thanks for that. We will not be doing that. It is legal in our country. Kindly fuck off. Our lawyers will be in contact." And we're just like, piracy is not illegal here. You have no jurisdiction here. Your movies are online. We're just hosting them.
Funny story about that. So you know Freddie Wong?
I did see this the other day.
This was hectic
story.
So Freddie Wong, big YouTuber back in the day, was part of Rocket Jump, like Freddie Wong channel, heaps of VFX, did like Video Game High School, things like that. Back
A lot of
in
stuff
the
with
day.
Corridor and all that sort of thing.
He very much sort of was like the grandfather of Corridor. I think he got those guys started. He just released his first movie. So what he did, he was like, he's been waiting years to do this. When he put it out, he was like, when I put it out officially, he also himself uploaded a copy of it onto Pirate Bay. And it is the full 4K, 10-bit color, everything
Dolby
is
Vision,
Dolby
surround
Vision,
sound.
audio, the best version. And the funny thing is, it's actually the best version of the movie to get. And at the start of it, it's got a little clip of him saying like, "Ahoy, me Hades," or whatever. This is a pirated copy of the movie. I've always wanted to do this. It's going to get pirated anyway, so I may as well put up the best version of it. If you want to support me and what I do, just go to this website and donate. But here you go. Here's just the movie.
The website's like, I illegally downloaded this film, and then has the movie name, and this is .com, and it's just a PayPal donate button. But he's like, if you're going to watch my movie, I want you to watch it the best way possible. And it's their like 22 gig movie file that they've uploaded.
It's like the raw export from Premiere, whatever they edited on. And one of the other platforms honestly probably have a downgraded version. And the other thing is they don't have that scene.
No.
So it's actually not the
complete
as
thing.
complete.
I do like when websites, like, you go on there for either software or for a game or something like that, and they have, like, you're going on the official website I'm talking about, and they have something which is like, hey, technically this is available for free, but if you'd like to donate, here, just pick an option.
I agree with you, just not on Wikipedia.
No.
Every time I click on Wikipedia, would you like to donate? No, I don't. The information's up here. I don't want to pay for it. oh, people need to update it and keep it active and all that sort of stuff. No, they don't. They'll just make another article.
I disagree with that. That does need donations in order to like keep up hosting costs and everything.
Yeah, that's
and to pay people to like actually, not verify, but to go through and make sure that everything's typed up in a legible sense.
There's very few places that I'm like, where they would be an online site. They're like, please donate. One of them is I've found recently in the last 6 months a decent YouTube MP4, MP3 downloader. You still haven't shown me the one that you use, and you just say,
Did I not?
No,
Nope.
you never.
I've been saying
Sorry.
this for 3 months now.
Yeah. Or longer than that.
Yeah.
But I finally found one and like, hey, we're getting such an influx. I just need donation if you could. And I'm very tempted to be like, yeah, here you go. Here's $20. You've saved me so much time.
Yeah.
Because one of the biggest things, if anyone's ever tried to download a YouTube video, fuck, it is a minefield these days. It's not just that first or second link anymore like it used to be. The amount of
Wait
viruses
30 seconds. Click here. Oh, you gotta wait.
Yeah, the
Close
amount of
that ad.
redirects that YouTube
Yeah,
builds
viruses
into
and
it now,
malware that gets downloaded from that shit as well. I found that, I think I bookmarked it. But there's a couple that I've found that are decent.
I might
and
hit you up
just
for that
work.
one because the one that I've been using, which has been great.
Stop working.
No, it still works. What they've done is the one I paid for has reached end of life. He's brought out a new one, and the license doesn't. Yes, it's a subscription.
God,
I'm just
I
like,
hate subscriptions for everything.
I'm just like, I'm not going to pay a subscription for that. I'll use a different software. Thanks.
Subscriptions need to be reeled in. They really do. There's only like.
Particularly
it's
for
ridiculous
stuff that
now.
you're only going to use a couple of times a year. You don't need to, this costs $40 a month. Like, I'm only going to use it like 3 times a year. Why on earth would I spend that much for it then?
Free trials are the bane of my existence because like I use them once and then
you forget and then it gets sucked into it.
I nearly did with what was I using? The Adobe stock library looking for something. It's like I found what I needed, I downloaded it, and I set an alarm, and I was like, I don't know what I set this alarm for, and then I got an email from Adobe saying your free trial has ended, and I was like, thank you very much, you have saved me $40.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know why more companies don't email you and say stuff like that because they want the money.
Because they want to keep the money.
Which I was very surprised that Adobe was the one that emailed me.
Adobe suck.
Yeah.
I give them so much money. I've given them so much money, but Adobe suck.
My 2016 Photoshop is still going hard on a hard drive somewhere. So.
Well,
Dude, I still have a copy of. Do you remember Nero, the CD burning software?
no.
No, because we had DVDs.
But what I was going to say is that people are so over subscriptions. I sell the Microsoft 365 package to people.
Yep.
And so many times people, when I ask them what they want to use Microsoft for, it's usually Word, Excel, PowerPoint. That's it. Very occasionally Outlook. And I'm like, hey, you got 2 options here. You got this one that's $159 a year, and that is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, OneDrive, a terabyte of storage, all this shit. It's $159 a year. Here's a version that says Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote for $219 forever. It's just the current version, but you get it forever. 99% of people are like, no, I just want the one for $219. I don't want to pay subscription. I'm like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. They're trying to get me to sell this one for $159 because you're locked into it. Well, you're not locked in, but you're going to forget about it. Pay another one that's going to be more. If you want Outlook, there's another version that's outright for
Yeah, the business one comes with Outlook and it's still
it's $379 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like so many people just prefer. It's like I don't want subscriptions anymore, and
Yep.
I don't blame them. Everything's fucking subscriptions now.
Subscriptions
I'm so
need to do
over
a
it.
yearly thing. Like HBO does a yearly subscription.
I prefer yearly so much more as well.
Because some months I'll spend $4,000 and have no money in my account. I don't want $19 to come out in the drop of a hat.
Yep.
I'll pay $140 now.
To be fair, I forget the yearly ones sometimes, and there's like, $400 came out this month because that's when I did this one and this one and this one and this one.
Some things make sense, like being under subscription, like Netflix and HBO.
Fuck it. I want like Disney Plus used to have yearly. They took it away because obviously people
still subscription.
Yearly is still a subscription. That's what I'm talking about.
Continue.
But I mean, like,
services like that, I'm with.
Yeah, they make sense for them to be on a subscription versus things like software, for example, where it's like, unless I'm getting daily updates and you are constantly working on this thing, adding new features and everything, no, just let me buy a license for it and let me use the product.
Like Adobe, I've got the Adobe Creative Cloud because I use it for basically all of my video and photo work, and it's about $1,100-1,200 a year. I will admit, they have been pushing out updates for that stuff like crazy since I've ever had it. And especially in the last couple of years, there's been some really good, useful things. I'm like, oh, maybe it's kind of worth it. But then I look at a company like Blackmagic, who have their own editing program, and they've got their own like version of Lightroom and XYZ thing, and it's a one-off $500 payment, and they're also pushing out the same amount of updates with the same amount of big improvements.
Yeah.
It's like, as soon as you give me a Lightroom and a Photoshop equivalent with in Blackmagic, with DaVinci Resolve, I'm swapping. Like that's
DaVinci
just
is awesome.
DaVinci is so good. Shout out Australian company as well.
Yeah. It's like with Houdini, it's about, I got it on the education thing because I bought it through a course. It was like $600.
Yeah.
It's about the same as Adobe, about $1,100 if you're an individual. They have daily production builds they bring out every single day.
See, that's hectic.
So they start at like, they go, cool, it's obviously the 1st of January, it's 001, and it goes up to 356, and then they release their full Houdini 2025 or whatever it is. But each month there's like the big one that has all those updates in it. So you can just do, I want to have each big update, and you just do each build and go from there. But if you're in a studio or something like that, you're still using Houdini 2019, and it's locked at that because that's the features they want to use. If you then load it into new software, you're fucked. Doesn't matter what you're paying for it. But I don't know. I'm also sick of subscriptions. My Sony PlayStation Plus Deluxe came out at 160.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple of months ago as well.
Just in one big hit because I did it when it was cheap, and then I didn't resubscribe, and they don't just let you cancel it.
Yeah.
I have to email them and go through a whole process to be like, I don't want this. My console has not been turned on in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Microsoft sort of fucked it for everyone when they started charging for Xbox Live. I will say they added features and had things in there that was better than PlayStation Network at the time. This is like 2006 or 7 or whatever. But yeah, it sucks because everyone's just jumped on it now, and there's a subscription for everything. I need to cancel so much shit.
Rocket Money.
Yeah, I was about to say Rocket Money.
It's not a thing in Australia.
Is it not?
No, you can't do it in Australia.
Oh.
I wish that was a thing. No, I've tried that months and months ago. You can't do it. Because they need to have like access to bank accounts and stuff like that, and legally you can't do it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's things similar, but nowhere near as good. I wish we had a service like that here.
All I get is that.
That's also subscription based, but that's for me to get rid of all the other shit.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'll pay $50 a month for you to save me $75.
And
Yeah,
also,
legitimately.
they call it a subscription, but you just cancel it after the first month.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you don't need it after that.
Oh, well, with that, I think we're basically done.
Yeah.
And what do you have to say, Brock?
We shall save it there.
All right. See you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.